Bill is a man of integrity. He has been the best example to me of a godly person.
Well, we went to a prayer meeting like we normally do Sunday night and came home like any other ordinary night, went to bed.
3:23, I awoke and I found my husband in a state that I've never ever seen him in. I heard him scream out, pray for me, the Lord has taken me to hell."
At 3 o'clock in the morning, I was picked up and taken by the Lord and dropped off in a prison cell in hell. It was rough-hewn stone walls with bars. I was awake and cognizant. It was not a dream. I knew I was actually in this place. My mouth was so dry, and I noticed the first thing was the tremendous heat. There's not enough air. This is how you have to breathe in hell. It's like, and I noticed there were these huge creatures in this cell, and they were just cursing God. Then they directed that hatred towards me, and they had absolutely no mercy. One picked me up and threw me into the wall. The other one grabbed me, picked me up. I just was like a little rag doll in its clutches. And I noticed the darkness was so intense, and there was an evil presence about the darkness, and you could feel it. I could see flames in the distance. The flames were raging hundreds of feet in the air. I could hear millions of people screaming. I could see their outlines of people through the flames, and they're burning, literally burning. I was underneath a tunnel, and there were demon creatures chained to the walls. There were people falling one after another back down in the tunnel, and that's when I was just being lifted up, and that was the Lord lifting me out of that place. I was so grateful that He just rescued me out of hell. And I said, "Lord, why did you send me to this place?" And He said, "Because many people do not believe that hell exists. Even some of my own people do not believe hell is real. I want you to go and tell people that it's not my will that anyone go there." I'm a very conservative person by nature, so to be identified with something that's seemingly so wild as this, it's uncomfortable for me to really explain it. It gave me a much more of a fervency to witness. God's now given us this ministry together, which has been a blessing to see people commit their lives to the Lord. It's not important for people to believe my experience. The most important point is that God loves us so much that He sent His Son to die so that we wouldn't have to go. God's a loving God. He didn't intend for you to go to hell, but you have a choice. Choose life.